For this tutorial, you are going to need a hot glue gun, some sheets of glittery paper, some white felt, a headband, some stretchy gold ribbon, a pair of scissors, some stiff white felt, and a sheet of white paper and a pen. First thing we're going to do is begin working on your headband. What you want to do is take a sheet of your white felt and begin to cut 1-inch strips. You probably need to cut maybe about 4 or 5 of these. Next, warm up your hot glue gun and you are going to take your strips of your white felt and you are basically going to glue and wrap them around your headband to cover it. If you can find already a white headband, I suggest you buy it, but if you don't, then use this method to cover it so it comes out all white and clean. So just put a little bit of glue on one end, glue it onto the headpiece, and then basically what you're going to be doing is putting small amounts of glue along the headband and just continuously wrap it around until it's completely covered, like so. Now we're going to start working on creating the ears. So you want to take your Sharpie and create a stencil of how you want your ear to be, how big, and then a smaller one, and the smaller one is going to be the little ear part that's going to go inside of the big ear piece. So what you need for this is a pair of scissors. You also need a sheet of glittery paper of your choice, 1 sheet of felt and 1 sheet of stiff felt. Now I'm going to show you the difference. The regular felt is very flimsy, but the stiff felt is very stiff, and this is going to help give your ears a stiff look and be able to stick up. So the first thing you want to do is actually cut out your stencil with your scissors. I drew out 4, but technically you only need 1 of each to be able to do this. So go ahead and start cutting them out. So now you have the stencils that you're going to be using to trace. As you can see, the smaller one goes in the big one. That's what it's going to end up looking like in the end. So now take a sheet of your regular felt and you are going to trace 2 of the larger ears onto your white felt using a fabric pen or a pencil of your choice. Next, take a sheet of your stiff felt and you are going to be tracing 2 of the large ears as well. So basically what you're going to end up doing is combining these 2 together, and that's going to create a very stiff ear for you to glue onto your headpiece so they stand up nice and sturdy. So go ahead and trace 2 of these onto your white stiff felt, and then you are going to be cutting all of these out. So now that you have your 4 pieces, take your regular white felt and place one on top of a piece of your stiff felt. And now what you're going to be doing is actually hot gluing these 2 pieces together. So now that you have your stiff felt piece and your regular white felt piece glued together, take your scissors and go ahead and trim all around the edges of the ears to make sure that they're both even. So do this with both ears. Now you're basically going to repeat the technique you just used when cutting out your big ears onto cutting out the inside glittery part that's going to go inside the ears. So take your smaller stencil and trace it on the paper, on your glittery paper. This is foam paper, and cut out 2. Now grab your white ears, and basically all you're going to do now is go ahead and hot glue the glittery part inside of each white ear, and it's going to look much like this. This is what your end product is going to be like. So as you can see, there's 2 sections to the ear on there, And so take the white, and usually the glittery paper comes with sticky. It's a sticky back, but still hot glue it. I wouldn't just rely on the stickiness of that to attach it onto your ear. So make sure you put a decent amount of that and basically just glue it over onto your ear, the surface. And now you are all done prepping your ears, and we're going to go ahead and get started on working on the actual unicorn horn next. Now for the horn, you're going to need your scissors, a pencil, a white sheet of felt, and of course some stretchy gold ribbon. And this is what your horn is going to end up looking like. As you can see, the gold ribbon makes it look like it has those little crevices of the horn. So first grab your sheet of your white felt, and you're going to start from one corner of the sheet, and basically what you're going to be doing it is rolling it in to make it almost look like an ice cream cone. And that basically is going to create the structure of your horn for you. So again, I'm going to roll it out and just roll it in and roll it until you have the desired thickness of your horn, or how long you want it to be. And once you make a note of that, simply take your hot glue gun and begin to glue down the inside of the white felt together. Now once it's glued down, go ahead and take your scissors and cut out your horn. And once you have it cut out, just make sure to take your hot glue and fully secure the horn completely closed together. So now that you have your horn secure, go ahead and take your scissors and you are going to cut the excess white felt that's around the edges. So go ahead and cut that off. So as you can see, it looks like an ice cream cone. It's all ready to go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move into the step where you're going to stuff it. And I forgot to include this in the list of materials, but you just need regular stuffing. This stuffing you can find at Michael's, and it's fabric stuffing. I used some leftover sparkling snow. That same thing works. The bags of the stuff is actually really, really cheap. Again, you can buy it at Michael's or any craft store. I found some at the thrift store, and it just looks like snow, basically. So you're basically going to be taking little bits of that and slowly shoving it into your horn. And this is where your pencil is going to come in handy. So take your pencil and make sure that you stuff it nice and good right in there. So use your pencil for that and continue repeating this until your horn is completely stuffed and full all the way to the top. So now you have your horn. As you can see, it's pretty sturdy. Now what you want to do is actually seal the bottom of it since it's open. So go ahead and take some extra white felt that you have and place it right over your horn, right over it, and grab your pencil, and you are going to create a stencil of the circle, the bottom part, and you're going to be cutting this out and pretty much hot gluing it onto the horn. And this is going to go ahead and help you close off your horn and make it one full complete piece. So go ahead and cut it out, and next take your hot glue gun and pretty much glue it all the way around and onto your horn. Now to finish off your horn, go ahead and grab your stretchy gold ribbon. And this is a 1mm ribbon, and I found this at Joann's Fabric. So this is going to wrap around your horn and make it look like it has the crevices of a real unicorn horn, because you guys know unicorns of course are real. So go ahead and take it out, and basically you are going to be wrapping this around your white horn. And I recommend starting from the very top and working your way down. So go ahead and just give it a run through. Basically wrap it around just so you kind of get an idea of how long your ribbon should be. So wrap it around so you get an idea. And once you have the length, the desired length, or what you're actually going to be needing, then go ahead and cut that out. So like I said, start at the top. So basically you are going to take the top tip and you are going to make a knot with your ribbon around it. Now I would do 2 knots just to secure it on there. And then take your scissors and pretty much trim whatever extra excess ribbon or the stretchy string that you have. So give it a nice clip, and then go ahead and take your string and rewrap it again and do it very, very tightly, so then you can start seeing the crevices on the horn, and work all the way down and repeat the same method that you used at the top for the bottom. Go ahead and tie it in a knot or 2 at the bottom to secure it, and then clip off whatever excess ribbon you have. So there is your horn. It's all done. Now what we are going to do is move on next to assemble all of your pieces together onto your headpiece. So now take all of your pieces, and we're going to start with the ears first. So go ahead and take the ears, and you basically want to line them up. Make sure that your headband is pretty straight and line them up accordingly. And take your pencil and now make a marking of where the ears start. So when you glue them, you know exactly where they should go onto your headpiece. Now once you do that, go ahead and grab your ears, and you are going to start folding them in on both sides to create the crease. And this is the crease that's going to be pretty much glued onto your ears. So you want to go ahead and do that for a little bit. So put some glue at the edge of your ear, and basically you are going to be placing it on your ear as you see how I did, and do it using your hot glue. So you're going to be doing that to both ears. So go ahead and do that with the second ear as well. And if you need to, go ahead and put a little bit of more extra glue to make sure it's nice and secure on both sides. So now that your ears are nice and secure, we're going to go ahead and take our unicorn horn and finally finish them off. So go ahead and take it, place it in between the middle. Now one thing I do want to make note of, I should have done a better job at making sure the horn fit in between them with a little bit more room. So next time just make sure you check that beforehand. But either way, it should still work. So basically I'm going to take some of my hot glue, and I'm going to make a line down the middle with the hot glue to go ahead and glue it onto the headpiece. So as you can see, I'm putting my hot glue on, glue that over, and then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take an extra piece of my white felt, create a little strip, and I'm going to be gluing that onto the bottom to create more of a sturdy hold onto the actual headpiece, so it's nice and secure on there. So just go ahead and place some hot glue on there and pretty much glue it on together, so you see it becomes one whole piece. And now your unicorn headpiece is all done. This goes great with the Lisa Frank costume, or you can actually opt to wear this and actually wear it as a headpiece for a unicorn. So you can even be a unicorn for Halloween with this.